back with another KSC Chronicles, this time with a former Lord's tennis player that doesn't need much of an introduction. He's one of the great all-time players in school history. His name is Sam Geier, a 2016 graduate, and he joins us via Zoom today. Sam, great to see you, man. How are you doing? Give us an update on what life's like in 2021 for yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's going well. I'm currently living in New York City, working for Bloomberg as a credit analyst, so doing research.
Awesome, man. And I got to ask, what's up with Maddie Bresci? How's she doing?
She's doing well. Yeah, she's still working for the same lacrosse and field hockey company, running some club programs. So,
all right, Sam, let's roll back to that senior season. That Case Western match in the third round of the NCAA tournament. We go to Cleveland State, that great indoor court, and you're facing off against CJ Krimble, who is a really good player in our region. Take us through that final point. Obviously, he's serving. It's a 7 or a 6-5, a tight match. You have a monster return, which threw him off. Take us back to that point that clinched it for the team.
Yeah, just thinking back on it, I just remember leading up to that point, just feeling really confident. The match had been going pretty well. Obviously, it was a close match, but I remember setting up for that return and getting ready and just smiling because I was so excited for that moment. It's like the moment I think a lot of people, anyone who's been in sports, kind of works for trying to get to that point in time and be able to be in that situation. So I think I was up maybe 40-15 in the game, so I knew I had some room to kind of be a little bit more aggressive with the return, and it ended up being a pretty good return, really deep, some good power, and he couldn't really handle that pressure. So and from there, like everyone says, you kind of black out. You don't really remember exactly that moment, but we've got videos of it, so I can always go back and see those.
Yeah, I think CJ's, I think it was his third hit back, went wide. You drop the racket, and here comes everybody, Mike Roberts, Max Smith, Pooch. Just that feeling of jubilation. As a senior, what did that mean to you to push the team into the national quarterfinals?
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty unbelievable feeling, just especially like you said, with how the season kind of started out with we had lost probably 4 or 5 matches, 5-4, something like that. And we lost a couple other closer ones that were 6-3. So the season didn't start out the way that we wanted. And like you said, everyone, that match especially, everyone really contributed. Mike and Pooch got the doubles point for us. Then Max stepped up big, and he gave us a really solid point in singles. Pooch got it done in singles too, and then Rob Turlington did what he did always and just grinded. So yeah, I mean, it just an unbelievable team effort overall, and an amazing experience.
I said 2 minutes ago it was a 12-match winning streak to close the year. It was 11, so I was pretty close there.
There you go.
Okay, so you graduate from Kenyon. Hard to believe that was almost 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Coming to this school, being a part of such a prestigious program, well, can you reflect on those 4 years for you, and how that made you become the man you are today?
Yeah, I mean, I think tennis and also just being at Kenyon in general, for me, it was a huge growing experience, and being able to learn from a lot of the older guys that I played with. My freshman year, we had a pretty amazing team, and they kind of teach you how to work and what you need to do to improve. So they also give you some inspiration on what you should be shooting for, and what you how you're ultimately supposed to work and everything like that. So I mean, Kenyon has set me up immensely for especially working in the professional world, and knowing okay, you got to set goals, you got to know what you want. And I mean, it's one of the most amazing 4 years of my life. So you miss it every day, but moving forward,
Yeah. Sam, I want to thank you for your time. That season, obviously, I might have to call Tristan K to talk about the other important situation that happened about a month later between him and you, and that doubles national championship. But that was one of my favorite team seasons of me working here. That's the past 6+ years. So anyway, great to see you. Take it easy, and we hope to see you back in Gambier, maybe for a tennis match in the next year.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. That was Sam Geier, a class of 2016 Lord's tennis member, reflecting on the third round matchup against Case Western Reserve, where he clinched the match for the Lords. For Sam Geier, I'm Clayton Kaufman. We'll see you next time on the KSC.